Okay guys, the lesson for Thursday 5-7, we're going to be talking about parts of a circle. So there's a few different words that you're going to have to learn. We already talked about radius on Tuesday, so hopefully you remember what that is. Remember that's from the center to the outside in case you forgot. That's what radius looks like. And then there is diameter, that's the whole length across. And then chord, we'll talk about what that means in a second, and center. Now all of these things are labeled with either one or two letters. Center is the only one that is labeled with one with one letter. So the center is pretty easy. That's the one nobody really screws up. It's just the single dot in the center. So E is the center. Now let's look at radius because we talked about that last week. So we talked about the radius is from center to outside. So there's two of them here, and we would label them E, C, because those are the letters that are between, and F, E, or EF. It doesn't matter which way the letters go in. So EF, that is a radius, so from center to outside, and then EC, or you could have labeled it CE, that is also a radius. Now we talked about diameter. Everyone always wants to do 3 letters for diameter. They want to include the center, but you don't. So for diameter, that's the whole length across, and it has to go through the center. So the only one that works for diameter is F and C, because those are the 2 letters it's between. It's between F and C. And here I have it CF. It's the same thing. So that is the diameter. There are no other diameters. I did notice that there is one more radius. If you thought you saw it before, another radius here. Again, from center to outside of the circle. A and E, that is another radius. Then let's talk about chords. So chords touch 2 sides of the circle, but they don't go through the center. So like GD here, that is a chord. It touches the sides, but doesn't go through the center. Also, AB, that is a chord, touches 2 sides of the circle, but does not go through the center. So there'll be one section on your homework tonight that looks like this. It will give you the letters and you need to put the words. And then I'll go through the other type in just a minute where they give you the words and you put the letters. Remember, as you see here, there's never more than 2 letters given. Everybody always wants to put 3 for diameter, but there's never more than 2. Okay, in this section we have the letters and we have the words. We're going to name those words with the letters. I made a bigger circle on the bottom that's the same as the one up top so you can see it a little bit better. The first thing it asked for was 2 chords. Now remember, a chord touches both sides, but it doesn't go through the middle. So it can't touch this center O at all, which kind of takes out the letters K, I, and J. It can't have any of those in it because all of those touch the centers. So that just leaves us with 2. It leaves us with this line here and this line here. Those are our chords. So they can be named either HN or NH, doesn't matter. And then this one here is named with LM or ML, whichever you prefer, but just 2 letters for those. Then the next one asks for radius. So a radius has to go from the center to the outside. So it has to be touching this center here, and it has to go all the way to the outside of the circle. So that would be this one here, and this one here, because they touch the outside and the center. So all of them have to have that center letter O in them. And again, that O can come first or last, and then the other letters. So O and I, O and J, and O and K. The next one is diameter. So diameter is 2 radiuses put together. So it has to also go through the center of the circle. It has to go all the way across from side to side. So the only one that we see here is this one that goes straight across like this. So this is the one that people get messed up on because they always want to put the letter O in it. You're only looking for the two endpoints, which in this case are K and I. So it could be labeled KI or IK. Either way works. And then the final thing that you're looking for is the center, which is just this middle point right here, which is labeled with one letter, the letter O. And that is it for today. You're going to have a sheet that either gives you the words and you put in the letters, or it gives you the letters and you put in the words. Let me know if you have any questions.